Hey guys, JGYT Avid here, and the Oscars have concluded, and I am going to talk about the predictions that I got right, and the ones that I got wrong, what happened that I liked, what happened that I did not, and we're going to, really get into all of the categories here. I'm going to kind of brush through the ones that were a bit more closed up, not much to say about them, but for the ones that I have thoughts about, I have thoughts. I have 5 thoughts. But with that said, let me know down in the comments, how many predictions did you get right this year? I got 17 out of 24, so not too shabby, not too shabby. Let me know what you guys got down in the comments below. I'm very interested to see how good you guys did. So with that said, let's start off with the shorts and the documentaries. So best live-action short film was a tie, which we have not had since 2012, which is fucking nuts, by the way. We have not had a tie in so many years, so we finally got one for best live-action short film. It came down to The Singers and Two People Exchanging Saliva. I wasn't too hot on Singers. I didn't get a lot out of it. It was fine. But two People Exchanging Saliva, I really enjoyed that. And I want to see a feature film of that someday, and that was my prediction. Technically, obviously I didn't know to also predict The Singers because I didn't think there would be a tie, but since I predicted Two People Exchanging Saliva, I'm giving myself the fucking win, alright? That's one I got right there. The animated short film was one that kind of shocked me because I thought for sure they were going to go for Butterfly, especially with the impact that story has. But no, they went for my favorite one, The Girl Who Cried Pearl. So I wish I had, just kind of gone with my heart and been like, look, this is the one that I want to win, so fuck it, I'm going to predict it. But I did go for Butterfly, so I got that wrong. But I'm very happy because The Girl Who Cried Pearls, really well done. It's on YouTube if you guys haven't checked it out. Definitely do so. It's a good one. For documentary short film, it went to All the Empty Rooms, and I knew it. I knew that was going to happen because it's an absolutely devastating little documentary. It's definitely one that I'm glad wasn't a full film because I don't know if I could have taken watching that for that long because it's rough, man. It really is, but congratulations to everyone that worked on that one, Good job. And then finally, for documentary feature film, I was correct. It went to Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I was like, you know what? Mr. Nobody Against Putin seems like the one they're going to go for. And that's what they did. So, yeah, really, I did a very good job this year on the shorts and documentaries. Better than I usually do. And a lot of the ones that won were my favorite in the category. So I'm very satisfied with that. Moving into the K-Pop Demon Hunter Awards, we have a win for, of course, Best Animated Feature. My personal pick would have been Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain. If you guys have not seen that movie, definitely try and find it when it hits streaming, or I think it's on VOD right now. I don't know how much it costs to rent or buy it, but definitely check it out. It's a very charming, little heartwarming film. I honestly have no complaints, though, with K-Pop Demon Hunters winning. I think that movie is really enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with it. Now, when it comes to Best Song, come on. Look, alright, Golden is a bop. I'm not gonna lie. I like it probably more than other people. But listen, I Lied to You is a fucking masterpiece of a movie music piece because it is tied to that iconic scene forever. What is Golden tied to? It's just tied to the movie itself. There's not really a scene in which they sing Golden that is going to be like so impactful and so memorable for years to come. 10 years from now, we're not going to be talking about, oh, I love the scene where they sing Golden and K-Pop Demon Hunters. No, we're going to be talking about the I Lied to You scene from Sinners when all of the ancestral, musicians come in, and they even recreated that on the Oscar stage. You had the ballet players, you had, all these different guitars and just old school instruments and shit being used. You had the disco decks. I mean, it was fucking awesome. It really was. Definitely one of my favorite highlights of the night. The fact that we had Miles Kate in there in actual costume as Sammy singing it as well. Fucking awesome. Love it. And it should have won. Visual effects, I mean, it's Avatar. Like, literally, I said it in my predictions video. I'm like, it's Avatar, moving on. Like, no one's gonna pick anything else except for, like, maybe the people that are tired of Avatar, but these people are not tired of Avatar, so it got Best Visual Effects. International Feature Film, I fucked up. I just figured that the momentum, the hype that Brazil had going for The Secret Agent was going to make it pull out the W, but no. Look, serve me right. Look, from now on, I am never gonna go with a movie that does not have that has the least nominations in the category, because Sentimental Value had the most nominations out of any film in this category, and it won. And I'm not complaining about that whatsoever, because it was my personal choice. Now, I did predict The Secret Agent, but at the same time, when they called out Sentimental Value, I was like, oh, great, great, because I thought Sentimental Value was a great film, so I'm very happy for that, and I needed something because it didn't win anything else. So if it had to win anything, I'm glad it did it here. Then you have casting, the very first casting award in the Oscars history, and it was looking like Sinners throughout like the entire past couple weeks, because they have been winning all of the precursors for casting. They got the SAG Ensemble Award, so I was like, all right, lock that in. It is Sinners, 110%. The find of Miles Caton was legendary, but you know what else was legendary? Finding Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. One Battle After Another took casting, which is insane, because also the casting and cinematography basically flipped, because casting I thought was going to be Sinners. Everyone had their heart set on Sinners, and it ended up being One Battle After Another despite the precursors. And then for cinematography, the cinematography precursors for One Battle were significant and they were strong, but Sinners took cinematography, which I'm so happy about, because that was my personal choice. Now, it wasn't my prediction. I still predicted One Battle After Another because of the precursor knowledge, so that kind of fucked me over there, but I'm still happy. I'm very, very happy that Sinners did win cinematography, because I love so many shots in that film, and One Battle After Another is great too. But casting, One Battle After Another winning casting, that's when I was like, immediately when they gave that to One Battle, I was like, yep, One Battle After Another is winning Best Picture. There's no fucking chance it doesn't now. For Best Sound, this is the F1 award. This is the only one that F1 was going to win the entire night. And you know what? I'm glad it took it. Vroom Vroom Cars won the day. And, you know, the best part about this is that F1 is an Oscar-winning film now. So every one of you that don't like F1 and was complaining about F1 getting nominated, it's a winner. If casting wasn't enough knowledge that you needed to predict One Battle After Another for Best Picture, well, when it won editing, we kind of, you need to assume that it was over. It was over at that point, because if you win Best Editing, signs are showing that you're going to win Best Picture. That has happened for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Oppenheimer, and Anora. That's 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row now. There's no reason to doubt the Best Editing, award. That one is very key for Best Picture. So, One Battle After Another, scooping that up. Not complaining, because I did predict that one. I figured, I changed my prediction from F1 to this. I'm glad I did now. It's a very well edited movie. It's a 2 hour and 50-minute movie that fucking flies by. So, kudos to the editor for that. Now it's time for the Frankenstein section of the video. Frankenstein took home 3 Oscars. I did change my costume design pick to Sinners last minute, when I did my predictions video the other day. And that was a bad choice, because it went to Frankenstein. But look, I just thought Ruthie Carter's name, they were going to see that and be like, oh yeah, we've given her awards, let's give her another one. But no, they gave it to Frankenstein, and I'm not going to complain whatsoever. If there was one thing when watching that movie, I was like, hey, this is going to make a fucking wave in the technical categories at the Oscars. And so it did. It won costume design, it won production design, and it won makeup and hairstyling. So that 11 hours that Jacob Elordi spent in the chair, fucking worth it. Paid off. So yeah, I was very happy to see that, because I really loved Frankenstein. I know it has its haters. It has the people that nitpick it to death because of the screenplay and the fact that they made Jacob Elordi too hot. I still don't fucking get that criticism, but anyway, glad to see it take home all these awards. Another award that I was happy to see go to Sinners was Ludwig Göransson winning for Best Score, because this man is fucking on fire. This guy is amazing. Whether it's Black Panther, whether it's Oppenheimer, whether it's Sinners, this man knows how to deliver an awesome film score that captures the emotion and the intensity and the brutality, even the craziness and the culture, especially within Sinners, using multiple different instruments, putting those different genres of music together so fucking well. It's an all-timer score, man. I love it. And he's doing the Odyssey next, so we'll see him win an Oscar next year. I'm fucking calling it right now, okay? Yeah, he's gonna win that Oscar next year, mark my words. Now, for the screenplay categories, as I said in my predictions video, it was pretty set in stone, alright? Paul Thomas Anderson took this home for One Battle After Another in adapted screenplay, and then for original screenplay, we got Sinners. We got a Sinners win. Ryan Coogler got up there, gave an awesome speech, one that made me happy that, even though he wasn't winning Best Director tonight, that he got up there and he gave an absolutely great speech. So, I'm happy to see two fantastic directors on stage getting celebrated for their craft. No complaints about that whatsoever. So speaking of directing, yes, Paul Thomas Anderson did take home Best Director. Very happy to see him up there after getting nominated 14 times. He finally has won his Oscar, so I'm looking forward to seeing what project he does next, because after this win, oh boy, he's going to cook with this next one. I wanted to get personal for a second before we get to the acting and the Best Picture categories. The In Memoriam segment. That was one of the best In Memoriam segments we've had at the Oscars in quite a long time. We lost so many legends, so many icons in 2025, it's actually crazy. Of course, you had Diane Keaton, Diane Ladd. You had Rob Reiner. I mean, beautiful tribute from Billy Crystal there. You had Val Kilmer. You had Robert Redford, a really great tribute done by Barbra Streisand for him, as well as Rachel McAdams coming on stage and doing a tribute for a couple folks. You had Catherine O'Hara. Catherine O'Hara hit me like a ton of bricks, man. I just love her work so much, so that really hit me hard. Just some truly influential people that we lost in during the year of 2025. But yeah, I wanted to get back on here because I recorded the video and I forgot everything about the In Memoriam segment. I'm sorry about that, so I'm adding it in here now. I literally, as I finished recording, and I was like, shit, I didn't mention the In Memoriam sequence at all, so I'm gonna throw it back to past AJ, but yeah, once again, fantastic In Memoriam segment, and rest in peace, a moment of silence for all the legends that we lost. Alright, I'm gonna throw it back to past AJ. Now for the acting categories, actress in a supporting role went to Amy Madigan! That's insane! Amy Madigan won as the sole nominee for her film, Weapons. Weapons is an Oscar-winning film based off of the one nomination and one win that it got tonight. Holy shit. That is amazing. I love Aunt Gladys. We are definitely gonna get that Aunt Gladys prequel now, aren't we? Now that she's won this? Oh, wow. It was awesome to see her up there. She was so giddy with excitement. She seems like she's so sweet. Ed Harris was there, proudly supporting her. So it was a great win to start off the night, and it really complimented the opening of the ceremony when Conan O'Brien was there, dressed as Aunt Gladys, running through all the different movies. If you guys haven't seen that intro, it's so fucking good. You guys gotta check that out. We got Sean Penn winning for One Battle After Another, but he was like, fuck y'all, I'm staying home. Y'all can throw that in the trash. He does not take the Oscars, nor many award ceremonies that seriously. He went to the Golden Globes, and then he became a meme for smoking, and I guess he was like, well, I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of making any more memes out of me, I'm just gonna stay home. I like black girls. I love them. So, great performance. I love his performance. He did deserve this. He did give the best performance in general, so Sean Penn, not a bad win whatsoever. Lockjaw is a crazy villain. Then we had Best Actress. I mean, I'm so glad they gave it to Kate Hudson and Song Sung Blue. Now, let's not kid ourselves here. Jessie Buckley. Jessie Buckley is amazing. Her acting is so good that she was pretending like she was shocked. You knew this was coming. I mean, she has been sweeping the entire season. What a crazy good run from her. and an absolutely devastating performance. I don't care if you guys say it's overacting. It's fucking not, in my opinion. I love Jessie Buckley, just her whole attitude. She just seems like she's so fucking fun. Just a great, charming human being, and I'm looking forward to more of her projects. I'm going to check out a lot more of her work in the coming year. Yeah, be on the lookout for more Jessie Buckley, because she's going to definitely be cast in more stuff. Actor in a leading role. It's not happening. It's not happening, Marty. I'm sorry. Marty Scream won no awards. Oh, that hurts. It cuts deep. But at the same time, Michael B. Jordan wins an Oscar. He is holding that Oscar. Holy shit. I am so glad Michael B. Jordan won this one. If Timothée Chalamet was going to lose, he was my pick. My runner-up would be Michael B. Jordan, because I love what this man has done for the past decade. I've been such a fan ever since, like, Creed. He's just been an actor that I am always on the lookout for, and I always check out everything that he's been in, and I just can't wait to see more from him, because after this, the sky's the limit, because what he did as Smoke and Stack was fucking awesome. It's a demanding performance that allowed him to create two separate characters, two very unique personalities to those characters, and he played it expertly. So, while I am saddened that my boy on the Wheaties box isn't walking away with an Oscar, well, what can I say? He'll have to go to the opera to cheer him up. Oh shit, my bad. But yeah, Michael B. Jordan winning, fucking great win. Love it. Best Picture, we finally arrived to Best Picture. It's one battle after another. I mean, there was really no other way this award show could have ended once it got editing and casting. Now look, when Michael B. Jordan won actor, I was thinking maybe, like, somehow in my head I was trying to think of how they could spin this and give it the win, seeing as how it got screenplay, score, cinematography, and then actor. But you just, the editing, the casting, the director, the screenplay, and another acting win also on top of that. That combination far outweighed Sinners. So I was like, yeah, it's going to be one battle after another. And then I sat there depressed like, yep, one battle after another. But really, one battle after another is still in my top 10 of the year. It's in my top 6 of the year. So I loved it. I love one battle after another. I love Sinners way more. But that does not mean that we did not. That does not mean that Sinners fans lost tonight. We got 4 Oscars, and then in terms of the horror genre, you have the 4 Sinners wins, the 3 Frankenstein wins, and then the Amy Madigan win for Weapons. So the horror genre took home 8 Oscars. That is a good portion. That is a third actually of the Oscars. So guys, horror fans, we fucking won. For what is normally a ceremony that doesn't give a lot of recognition to horror, and we, most recently saw that last year starting to happen with the Nosferatu and the Substance love. This year, it was more evident than ever that the Oscars are really starting to open their eyes to this genre that we've come to love so much. So even though Sinners did not take home the big prize, the fact that it's the most nominated film of all time, the fact that it really pushed the horror genre into the awards public eye, it really, I mean, can we just give a round of applause to Sinners and the horror community, the horror genre? We did great. So that's it. That's the Oscars summary video for you. There's a couple other things that I didn't touch on, like Grogu showed up. That was kind of funny. They cut the mic off on the K-pop Demon Hunters people, which was fucked up, and they went to commercial. Luckily, they made the rest of their speech backstage, but damn, like, come on, guys. Conan, fabulous host as always. The little digs that he made to Timothée Chalamet about the opera. I love the Adrian Brody joke when he gets up there with a big-ass piece of paper to announce Best Actor. It was all really great. Solid night, even though, my favorite films did not come out on top in the way that I wanted it to. It still got a bunch of wins, and I'm satisfied, alright? So, we can finally put this year back in the rear view. We're moving on to 2026, and I'm going to have a 2027's Oscars early predictions, where I'm going to try and predict everything in the categories for next year's Oscars, even though it just ended. Alright, so look forward to that video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned as well for my reviews of Ready or Not 2 and Project Hail Mary. This week is going to be a very exciting one for the channel. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care, and goodbye.